players. So I was for most matches I was just quitting out of the match until I found Marth. But then I don't know, peaches are kind of rare to come by, so I wanted to try and get the down smash. For most matches I was
Nice. And we are live. What is poppin', gamers? Rolling in. So we have a very special race tonight. So I hope you're ready for some serious monkey business because we have a double header tonight. We're gonna have two simultaneous races happening. So on the left, we're gonna have Cactus versus Gill, and on the right, we're gonna have Chillex versus touchan. Prepare yourself for some rolling deep action this evening, ladies and gents. It's gonna be amazing.
So much gaming.
Ah, yes, it could be a lot of gaming happening. So we're just waiting on the runners to ready up and get ready. So it should be ready pretty soon. And we're gonna have this this double race happening, gamers.
Yeah, it's gonna be hype. Trying to pull up chat real quick.
So we have actually some pretty much top level runners. Gill, I believe Gill's PB is around the low 40, 11, somewhere around that. Both Chillex and touchan having a 39, mid-high 39. Cactus might be a little bit lagging behind, but do not count anyone out. So it's still anyone's race. It can swing pretty hard in DKC2 race. So it's gonna be exciting. I'm really looking forward to it. I want to say good luck and have fun to all the racers. And roll deep.
Oh yeah. Alright, finally got chat open. Ooh, we're gonna be starting in like 5 seconds.
And this is it. There we go, and there they go. So as always, in any percent, it's pretty much always the same. In World 1 and 2, they're just gonna take, for the most part, they're gonna take the developer intended warps. There are a couple of run warps they can do, but they don't save as much time as other run warps later on in the run. So we'll see what happens.
Yep, so all of them getting yeah, pretty simple. They're all just team throwing into the warp barrel, so not really much to talk about.
But now here in main brace, so the first run warp, so they're gonna take a beetle, bring it all the way down. They're gonna be able to clash the beetle to get an invisible object, jump to a certain position. Oh, Chillex misses the wrong warp, but fortunately the warp barrel is just under the platform at the beginning, so it's not too bad. The one warp does not save as much time compared to taking the regular warp in main brace. It's about like at most 4 seconds, if I remember correctly. It's about 4 seconds. But yeah.
If you go too far in that wrong warp in main brace, you get bananas. That happened to me a couple of times. Not a barrel, bananas. What is this?
I've never seen that before. That's hilarious. Sometimes you gotta bring the bananas to you.
Alright, so top sale. So let's see what happens.
Looking like pretty clean luck jaws. I think Cactus missed this, but I could be wrong.
Got the top sale wrong warp. Nice.
Ooh, Gill.
Can still get this. Alright, Gill gets the backup. Very nice. So this is a pretty hard long warp. Chillex decided not to go for it. That's perfectly fine. Meanwhile, Cactus, this should be fine. Oh, unfortunately, doesn't get the backup.
Okay.
That's unfortunate.
Yep.
So yeah, Crow, biggest instance of RNG. So let's see how many fakes the runners get.
Can't you get something like 20 fakes?
You can get
a lot,
like
can't you?
1 fake from what I've seen. Gill, I think, got fakeless.
Nice.
That's right. Yeah, records 19 fakes.
Yeah, 19 fakes, because this boss can decide to, it's a 50-50 to get either a real egg or a fake egg, and this boss can just decide to just give you as many fakes as it wants. Yep. Ooh, Chillex got 2-1 jump. Nice. So 2-1, it's another instance of a wrong warp where you do a clubber clashing to get an invisible object and to be able, and you throw it to the left and then you go to the mountain and you reach the warp barrel and you get sent out of the level.
Ooh, nice.
Both Gill and Toucan getting both the 2-1-2-2 big boy. Very nice. Getting a big boy from the clampon to be able to get a double jump and reach the warp barrel from below. But you need to get sufficient height from that big boy. If not, the warp barrel does not spawn and you have to go get the arrow barrels instead. Get to the upper platform and get the warp the intended way. Chillex gets it. Cactus, this is gonna be closed.
I didn't see
Unfortunately,
how
Cactus
Gill
doesn't
pulled
get
ahead.
it. That's unfortunate. So as you just saw what happens. So just saw what happens. You don't get enough height from the big boy. Unfortunately, the warp doesn't spawn, and yep, you have to go back up on the platform. Unfortunately.
Yep.
But for the rest of World 2, it's very straightforward. You just take the developer intended warps. So there isn't much to talk about here until we reach the boss of World 2, Cleaver.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I was just like chilling.
There's one thing that might be worth mentioning is whenever you get shot out of a barrel, or even sometimes if you do a team up where you get a certain airborne state, and what the runners do is that they Kong swap on the end goal target, and that allows them to switch their Kong orders to make sure they have a Kong they want in front for the next stage. So now Cleaver. So this is another source of RNG. It's not that much. It just depends on where the cannonball spawns. They can spawn near the ledge or far back. Gill seems to get decent RNG. But now here comes a trick called Lava Fly, which I'm not especially fond of. Gill gets it, no problem. Toucan gets it as well. Very nice.
Yeah, Gill had that flub when he threw Diddy straight, so he didn't get up onto the top of the cave part right away. So yeah, Cleaver was kind of flying around for a bit and got really close to him after the lava fly.
Hey, Flying Diddy for the fans. Thank you, Gill. Much appreciated.
Hell yeah.
Chillex gets Lava Fly. Very nice.
Yeah, and Cactus pretty much at the start of the fight so far. But
Yeah, Lava Fly is that you glide across the lava. You need to buffer a jump to make it across the ledge. If not, you die. Lava Fly only saves 4 seconds, but if you fail it, you die, and it's pretty frustrating when that happens. And also, you need to bait Cleaver properly. If not, if you attack Cudgel too early after doing Lava Fly, well, you can actually soft lock this boss fight and you need to die. Ooh, I think this is
Like
what
this.
happened on Cactus. No,
Yeah.
this is not what you want to see.
No.
That's really unfortunate. So Cactus has to reset the boss fight. That's unfortunate. Meanwhile, Gill and Toucan on
And
3-1
Chillex
Barrel
now.
Bayou. So now Gill, as you can see, is throwing Kong into the arrow barrel. That stores a super jump, and Gill will be able to get a lot of height from taking damage on the cloak, and will be able to glide all across the swamp section. G.
yeah, coincidentally, I was looking at all the wrong screens at the right time to like completely miss Randy.
Can I get
There are
some good G in the
varying
chat for Gill? Thank you very much, Gill.
about Ramby.
Meanwhile,
Yeah, it was
Chillex
either
coming
heckin' or
on
loving.
the swamp fly, and Cactus fighting Cudgel. Should be good this time around. Yes, Chillex the G. Very nice. Very nice.
Everybody getting G
And
up.
Cactus finishes Cleaver. Very nice. So
All right.
Gill and Toucan are both on Glimmer's Galleon, which I like to compare it as it's pretty much a Croctopus Chase from DKC1 on steroids. So every time you go around a corner, you have a slight chance to lose time, and you can lose from about tenths of a second to full seconds lost just because of doing corners properly. You really don't want to bonk into a wall because you lose all your momentum. Either you can lose all your vertical momentum or your horizontal momentum. So it's very subtle, but it adds up a lot. So it's very annoying. Arguably the hardest stage to optimize in the entire game.
Yeah, indeed. It's like, yeah, compared to like top runners, like and like mid to high level runners, like it's very easy to lose like 4 seconds without really noticing.
True.
Or like maybe even more.
So now Cactus seems to have a bit of issues with Rambi. Heck, Rambi, by the way. Meanwhile, Gale and Toucan are both on the Croc Climber, the first hard level of the run. So a lot of rolling over gaps under the swamp. And now they're coming up onto the first non-developer intended warp. So let's see how it goes. Gale gets it first try. Excellent. That's very good. Toucan. Oh, Toucan kills the Cutlass and has to take a death and reattempt it. That's very unfortunate. But at least you can just die just at the halfway point here to try it again. So it's not too bad, but it's not ideal.
Yep.
So how this run will work, it's really strange. It's because the Cutlasses has some weird properties. If I remember correctly, it's because when the animation, the Cutlass, when it pulls out a sword, has some failsafe properties. And so we try to match it. At the same time, we get shot out of the arrow barrel just beside the halfway point. And we match it, and it just decides, it triggers a failsafe that just kicks us out of the stage.
I'm surprised
Chillex
that
gets
after
it. Took a bit of a time. I think Chillex took his time to set up, but gets it first try, I think. So that's very nice. Oh, got a second try. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I didn't. It's hard to pay attention at 4 screens at a time, so my apologies for that.
Exactly. Yeah, he lost Dixie, and then he went to get her back, and then he rolled through the Cutlass after he lost Dixie, and then took the barrel, and then died, and then.
That's unfortunate. Meanwhile,
I think he rolled through the Cutlass.
Yeah. So Gale, meanwhile, on Slime Climb, set up a super jump by swapping cons under the water and then taking damage. And now is setting up for a wrong warp. Gonna be doing a Beetle Clash to get an invisible object once again. And then gonna fall into the bonus barrel, throw left just before entering the bonus, and will be triggering a wrong warp and to be exit out of the stage, and we'll be able to proceed. Very nice. Gale gets it first try. This is a rather dangerous, well, not dangerous, but it's a very frustrating wrong warp to fail because you have like no backup for that one, so you have to play the stage warpless. It's pretty annoying.
Yeah, if you end up getting the mid barrel from after getting the bonus, because sometimes it'll put you back at the start of the level as well, so you might get a second chance.
Yeah. Toucan gets it, no problem. Excellent.
Nice.
Chillex now attempting the slime playing warp, wrong warp. Meanwhile, Gale on Bramble Blast. So Gale is coming up on a Vine Clip. Ooh, Gale barely misses Vine Clip. Here, he's gonna go for the backup, taking 10 intentional damage boost to get up there. It's not too bad of a backup. You have multiple backups if you fail Vine Clip actually, so it's not too bad, all things considered. You lose about 8 to 10 seconds, but it's not too bad, all things considered. Meanwhile, Cactus.
1% gets it.
Fingers crossed. Meanwhile, Cactus is on the Rattle Battle. This level is pretty infamous for its horrible hitboxes. This level has a lot of jank, but the key thing about Rattle Battle is trying to have your movement as consistent as possible, and you won't have any issues. Toucan on Vine Clip, barely misses it. It's a rather precise big boy that you need to do. You do a big boy from the clamp on you need to get the maximum height possible. From your jump, you need to throw at the. Yeah, as you can see, it's pretty hard.
Every round that I've been on commentary.
Unfortunately, Cactus died. That's unfortunate. So 0-3 on Vine Clip so far. That's unfortunate, but Vine Clip is very hard. So as I said, it's a big board from the clamp on that you do, and you need to get the maximum height possible from their jump, and you need to team throughout the proper moment when they're actually like you're on the vine to be able to clip through it. It takes about 8 to 10 seconds. If you actually there's a chance that if you're too close to one of the corners of the bramble, you can actually take damage, and you're forced to do Maze of Shame. Cactus taking it very safe at the end of Rattle Battle. There's nothing wrong with taking it safe in Rattle Battle because this level is pretty jank.
Yep.
Gale finishes Cudgel. So Cudgel, very boring boss. The only piece of tech you can do in this boss fight is a thing called Quick Hits, where you just count Dixie's red/oscillations to be able to hit the boss as early as possible. Optimally saves around 2 seconds, but it's very boring to learn, and it's not the first thing I would ever recommend people learning first.
Yeah, I agree.
Meanwhile, Gil is on the Hornet Hole. So, main mechanic here in the honey levels is the honey climbing, and honey climbing is arguably one of the hardest basic mechanic to master in the entire game, in my opinion. It's very easy to just keep getting stuck on the honey. You just what the hell is happening? I can't move my guys. So Gale is setting up the trick called Scrolly Scroll. Gets it, no issue. So what happens with Scrolly Scroll is that you put a web under the hook, you dismount Squitter, and then you jump on the hook and you remount Squitter, and for some reason the game decides to it's just confused and just will force you to scroll forward. Saves about 5 to 6 seconds, and you cancel that effect by just taking damage, and you're able to resume as normal. But there's actually a downside to Scrolly Scroll, is that you can actually, if you don't get the setup properly, you can actually take damage, and you can actually get pushed to a wall. You're unable to get out. You essentially soft lock. So I hope nothing of the sort happens. Fingers crossed, because I've seen it happen in races, and it's really disheartening to see. Meanwhile, Cactus on vine clipped. So let's see. Very close. Cactus was very close to get vine clipped as well. That's unfortunate. So 0 on 4 on vine clip this evening. That's unfortunate, but vine clip, as I said, is a rather difficult trick. It's very annoying. It can be pretty annoying.
Yeah. Out of all the matches that I've been on commentary for, it's like 0 for 10 so far.
Oh really? 0 for 10? Yeah.
Holy moly! Yeah, like no one's hit it in like any of the races that I've been on.
Yeah, it's one of those things that it's rather hard to be consistent unless you're SBD or Void, of course. But yeah, it's rather hard to be consistent. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to be consistent in vine clip. Sometimes you get it multiple times in a row, and then you're just all of a sudden you keep dropping it.
Yeah, like the next day.
It's really frustrating when that happens.
Yep.
So meanwhile, we have multiple runners on the target terror, so that's an old scroller. There isn't much to go. There isn't much you can do to save time in the target terror. The only 2 things you can do is try to jump off the cars as early as possible, and you're able to skip some of the flitters, but they just save minimal amount of time. Like in total, you can save about half a second from skipping some flitters.
Yeah.
So it's rather a minimal time save, but you do want to try to save as much as you can, even in an old scroller. Free time save, yo.
Exactly.
Alright, meanwhile, Gil is on the Bramble Scramble. So there's a potential for lead change here. Let's see what happens, because this Drum Warp is not that easy. There's a lot going on. So we'll see what happens. So the climb is good. Gil gets the clash. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like Gil's got it.
This should be fine. Yes, Gil gets Rambler first try.
Nice.
Very nice. And also say no to swag, by the way.
Not today, swag.
Yeah, Toucan does not go for swag balloon. It's perfectly fine, because there's actually a downside for if you fail swag balloon, can actually take damage, and you actually lose time going for it.
Yep.
Chillex goes for it, and he actually gets it. I'm not even surprised that Chillex went for it, honestly. That's not a surprise there.
Seemed like the type.
Alright, so Toucan... unfortunately fails Brambler, so she will have to die and try again. There's like pretty much almost no backups if you fail the clash for Brambler. It's really unfortunate.
Yeah, and it's like it's faster to die and try again too.
Gets invisible object.
Very nice.
Oh! Unfortunately, the IDs does not match properly, and As you can see, the bonus barrel did not spawn, and unfortunately, Chillex has to die and reset it again.
Oh, touchan.
Ah,
Yeah,
Toucan failed
when I was
the
looking at
clash. That's unfortunate because the clash is about a 1 to 5 frames window depending in position. How on the vine, it's really finicky. There's still a lot going on. You need to match the IDs properly with the proper movement when you climb, and also when you move after the clash. It's really annoying. There's a lot of things that can go wrong. Chillex gets it second try, not too bad. Meanwhile, Gale is on the Mudhole Marsh, which is it's a very hard stage, but it's a very good stage actually. Be a lot of rolling over gaps once again, and there's a lot of rather precise jumps you need to do as well. And to top it all off, there's going to be the wrong warp 2 after the 3/4 of the stage. So yeah, Brambler again making victims, unfortunately, but that run warp is pretty finicky, so I'm not even surprised to see a couple of runners having issues with it. It's pretty hard.
Oh, nice. Toucan got it.
Very nice, gets it. Gale on the mudhole wrong warp. Excellent, gets it first try. Very nice Gale. So we have Chillex and Toucan both on Rickety Race. Once again, that's an auto scroller, so there isn't much going on. The only thing you want to be careful of is a number 2 guy, because this guy, that guy loves to kill runs unexpectedly. It's really annoying. Oh, Gale's failed. Did Gale actually fail the? Oh, Gale actually failed the big boy in Ramby Rumble. That's unfortunate. So Gale does have to take the long way around to make it.
oh, damn, is there actually
It's about a 10-second time lost around that if you go all the way around. So you have to. So the normal strat you do in Ramby Rumble is that you do a big board from the clamp point, the beginning of the stage, and you need to get as much height as possible to spawn the hook to be able to proceed. And that skips a pretty good portion. So it's a bit unfortunate that Gale failed it, but yeah, it is how it is sometimes. The game does not hold its punches. So yeah, heck Ramby, by the way, because of course we see Ramby again in Ramby Rumble. So and I really despise Ramby, by the way. I'm not a fan of his animal body.
Are there any Ramby lovers in chat?
Pass. So Chillex is on the mudhole wrong warp. Should be good. Very nice. Chillex gets it.
Nice.
And Toucan dies. Oh no. That's unfortunate. But as I said, Mudhole is a very hard stage. It's very easy to just make one tiny mistake that just kills everything. It's really hard. It's not an easy stage.
And
For
meanwhile,
sure.
Gil is on the king. King
Chillex
Zing.
get the big boy. Very nice.
Never
Yes,
seen
Gil.
anything.
Never want to sleep on the king. Will we see a 2-cycle? Unfortunately, no. That's alright.
Has anyone
But
gotten in the RTA run? I've never seen it happen.
I've seen it happen, but very rarely. I've seen it happen like just once or twice, and it's extremely hard because, well, it's dependent on frame perfect and pixel perfect tricks. Is that you need to hit the precise spot on the king after like the 6th hit, and it's really inconsistent. Apparently, SBD told me that he has a setup, quote-unquote setup for it, but it's still a very finicky trick that I'd never recommend people going for it runs. It's impossible. It's actually impossible.
Yeah,
Now
I saw that he
Gale
has it
is-
in his IL PV, but that's about it.
Chillex is on not sleeping on the king, I hope. Toucan is on the Ramby Rumble. Oh, unfortunately, Cactus died going for Brambler. That's unfortunate. I
Yeah.
believe Cactus did not get the clash. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, Rambler is cruel. So is Ramby on Touch's screen.
Alright, Cactus gets the invis. This should be
Alright.
fine. This should work. Alright, Cactus gets it. Chillex
Let's
is
go,
out.
Cactus.
Chillex is out of the king. Meanwhile, Gil making his way into Haunted Hall. So an auto-scroller, but it's an auto-scroller that you can actually save time. So Gil is going to be... What you want to do to optimize your time in that stage is that you want to do specific jumps in order to build or conserve momentum, and you can save upwards to 2.5 seconds to 3 seconds alone by doing the stage optimally compared to just doing the level normally.
Yep.
Touchan definitely sleeping on the king. Meanwhile, Chillex making his way through Ghostly Grove. Ghostly Grove is actually a really fun stage. It's arguably one of my favorite stages to do IL practice on, to be honest. The stage just flows really well.
Yeah, and the music's great.
The music
True.
is great.
Reminds me of I had a childhood.
Toucan is now out of World 4, making our way into World 5. Oh yeah, did I forget to mention? Gil, this Haunted Hall is actually 2-Pack's library, by the way. It's worth mentioning.
It's a long level.
Alright. I don't expect any runners will go for Gusty Wrong Warp, unless you're SBD, of course, but I don't expect any runners going for that Wrong Warp. It's only a Wrong Warp in Gusty Glade that was recently found that only saves like 5 seconds, but the setup is just so convoluted. Yeah, Gil absolutely does not go for it. That's perfectly fine because it's very easy to just mess up that Wrong Warp. You can lose just more time than you would from saving, from actually attempting it.
Yep. And yeah, Gil took a hit, and it's a little more punishing on this level because like when the wind is blowing against Dixie, she's like really slow compared to being Diddy.
Yeah, the main mechanic in Gusty Glade is the wind mechanic, and the wind mechanic is not RNG, it's position based, so the runners just time the movement with the wind to be able to go as fast as possible. Meanwhile, Cactus is on the wrong warp. Oh, unfortunately, this wrong warp is not gonna work. And Cactus will actually take the bonus to be able to try again. And I think second try multiple wrong warp is actually ends up being a little bit faster than just completing the stage warpless. Meanwhile, Chillex and Toucan are both on Haunted Hall. And Gil is on the Parachute Panic, aka PCP, arguably the best stage to show off in any DKC2 speedruns. So normally you're supposed to take the Purple Parrot, aka Quacks, to slow down your descent, but the runners have the level memorized, so they're just gonna fall down through the whole stage. So it's all about reaction and muscle memory in this stage. Oh, Gil is gonna be actually doing a safer strat where Gil is gonna take a damage boost to that section without too much issues. That's perfectly fine in a race because that section, if you take damage while you Dixie, there's absolutely no way to recover from. Then you have to die and restart from the halfway point. But that's a very clean PCP from Gil. Very nice. Chillex is on Gusty. Very good so far.
Oh no, did Cactus also die too?
Oh,
Yeah.
That was so close from Chillex. Oh goodness, that was really close.
I saw he failed the wrong warp the second time, but then, yeah, when I looked away and looked back, then he was like near the mid barrel after.
Oh, Cactus gets insta clash, nice, and that should be good this time around. Very nice. All right. Meanwhile, Toucan is out of Haunted Hall, making our way into Gusty Glade, and now we have Chillex on PCP. Let's see how it goes. Meanwhile, Gil is on Webwoods. So Webwoods it's a very difficult stage. So there's a lot of pits in this stage, and I like this to call this level Instant Dead City. There's a lot of dead runs and dead monkeys down there. But the main mechanic here is going to be using squitters going to be using Squitter, and they're using a trick called Insta Platforms. You just press L and R at the same time to make a web, but you need to be careful to time your instant platforms because there's a small quote-unquote cooldown, so you're just not able to just spam instant platform over and over. You have to wait a little bit before doing one again. So far, so good. Ooh, toucan. Ooh, that was really close.
Wow.
That was very close. Both Chillex and toucan scared me at the end of Gusty for doing that team turn in the barrel. That really scared me. Meanwhile, Gill, that was a pretty clean wrong word. That's a very clean web was from Gill. Very nice.
Yep.
Now Gill is on the Crow 2. So another source of RNG. It depends on where the barrel spawns. Usually you want to have either a middle spawn or a right spawn. Left spawn is it's undesirable. It's the worst desirable outcome. Oh, and unfortunately Chillex died. That's unfortunate. And also one thing about webwoods, very easy to start an infinite there. This level is rather notorious for starting infinites and races.
Oh my god.
Oh goodness, toucan took damage.
She doesn't know the deck.
No, that's the worst thing that could have happened. Right at the end of PCP 2.
Yeah.
It seemed like
that
toucan
long fall
had
down.
issues by toucan had issues with the parrot and didn't get the proper glide, and that's unfortunate.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Gill is through Crow 2 without too many issues. That's really good. Meanwhile, Cactus sleeping on the king. Yeah, in my opinion, I like to say that PCP is pretty much the start of the late game in any percent, because this is where the really hard stages really starts.
Yep.
Meanwhile, toucan finally making
Nice,
a way
toucan.
out of PCP. Meanwhile, Chillex is on the webwoods. Fortunately, died earlier, so let's hope.
Oh,
Oh, unfortunately, took damage
Is
a bit
it-
earlier.
is Gil
Chillex
going for
needs-
zip?
Chillex will need to be careful. Meanwhile, Gill is going for Arctic Zip. It seems
Nice.
it's going to work. Let's hope. Oh, and Gill gets Arctic Zip first try. Very nice.
Nice.
Excellent. So what's
Zippin'.
Arctic Zip? Oh yes, and by the way, Arctic Zip says 15 seconds. I don't want anyone else to say otherwise. Thank you very much. But what's Arctic Zip is that you actually you bait a lockjaw all the way back to the Engar transformation barrel, and when you bring the lockjaw near the Engar transformation barrel, you need to take damage at the same time you're swapping inside the wall, and that will make it so you just kind of quote-unquote stuck in the wall, and the game will send you upward up to the next available platform. And it turns out that the end goal target is just right above the platform at the beginning of the stage, conveniently enough, and we're able to finish the level much quicker that way. But it's a very finicky trick because it's very easy to just you can actually, while you're trying to bait the lockjaw all the way to the spot where you do the zip, you can actually despawn the lockjaw and returns to its initial position. You can actually fail the swap and you just actually take damage and you lose 1 billion. There's just a lot of stuff that can go wrong during Arctic Zip, and it's a rather finicky trick sometimes. Meanwhile, Chillex is out of a World 5. toucan is now on Crow 2. And meanwhile, Cactus is on the Haunted Hall. So as you saw earlier, Gill on the Windy Well. So Windy Well, the main mechanic is the wind pushing you upwards throughout the stage. After the midway point, you do a damage boost to get on the upper platforms. But Gill is now on Castle Crush. So Gill will be going for the wrong warp. So once again, we're going to be abusing the Cutlass's weird properties. We're going to be matching the properties of the Cutlass, pulling out its swords to when we actually take damage while being out of the Rampage Transformation Barrel. This should be good.
Okay.
Very nice. Excellent. Gets it first try. Very nice.
Nice.
Meanwhile, Chillex forgoes Arctic Zip. There's nothing wrong for not going for Arctic Zip because it's very easy to just do one slight mistake and you actually lose more time than you would from actually getting the trick first try.
I don't want to jinx it, but I think Gill might be on pace for 39.
From what it seems like, yeah, Guild has been on a very good pace so far. So let's see what happens. Yeah, but Ryan, that's pretty much a commentator's curse. If you jinx it, it's actually a commentator's curse.
I know, right?
Oh, Toucan.
Oh,
Toucan, I think,
having
for
some
zip.
issues.
Yeah,
But I
trying to bait
think
that
Toucan
lockjaw.
can still get it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, for sure. I think she's back, like, on the position. Oh,
This is gonna
actually.
be very close. Oh no! Actually,
Oh no!
Charlotte
Yeah.
at the very end. This is what I said, folks. This trick can be very finicky. That's really unfortunate. This is one of the things that you don't want to see when going for Arctic Zip. That's unfortunate. Meanwhile, Gil is on CLC.
Might be tough again for her. Oh, I think she's got it actually.
Oh, got a second try.
Oh, dang.
Oh, are you
Yeah.
serious? Oh no.
Oh, does she know
Oh.
about the
That's
barrel up
unfortunate.
above?
I
Or
thought it
did
worked.
she already get it?
I don't understand what happened. Meanwhile, Gil is on the CLC wrong warp, the final wrong warp of the run. Gets it first try, very clean, excellent.
Nice.
Oh, and Cactus died unfortunately in Gusty Glide right toward the end. That's unfortunate.
No signal. It got censored, I think. I'm just kidding.
Twitch does not allow fun, you know. Meanwhile, Chillex is making his way into Windy Well, no problem. Toucan is going for Arctic Zip again. Props for
I know.
Toucan
I
for
respect
going for it again.
not giving up on this trick.
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
she'll get
Gil
it.
is on Toxic Tower.
Toxic
Very
Tower.
smooth snake section.
Oh,
from
this is a
Gil.
weird position. Okay, she got it. Got it.
Toucan got it. Very nice. Fortunately, he lost a good amount of time, but still got it though. That's pretty cool to see it. That's very nice though.
For sure.
Oh my goodness. Meanwhile, Gil is very clean toxic so far, so
Yeah.
this could actually be still 39 pace. But who knows? We'll see what happens. But honestly, this is a very clean toxic from Gil. Oh, that was very close. But that was a very clean toxic from Gil. Very nicely done. Because this level is a choke city. This level, especially if you're on base, it's very easy to just you're nervous, you're actually jittering, and it's very easy to just miss your inputs and you do one small mistake and just you lose a lot of time or you die. It's pretty frustrating when it happens.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And yes, Gil is still probably on 39 pace, a high 39 pace, but still, this is very promising. This is pretty promising. We'll see what happens.
Oh,
Meanwhile, Cactus is on a PCP.
Easy.
we all know how Screech is.
Gil decided not to go for the jump. There's actually nothing wrong for not going for the jump. Because the jump, being while people are saying it's natural route, you just don't save a lot of time while going for it. So what Gil did is just despawn the cloak and just proceed as normal. And on a pace like that, I don't blame Gil for not going for the jump.
Nice.
Oh, turn
Chillex
back,
got
Screech,
the
got it.
wrong warp.
Very nice. Gets it first try. Very good.
Looking pretty promising for Gil having a.
And unfortunately, Cactus dies at the end of BCP. That's unfortunate. Oh goodness. And Toucan is now going to be attempting the Castle Crush wrong warp. Let's see what happens. And Chillex in Clappers. Okay, Gil is good. This could actually be a 39 for Gil. This is actually... This could be a 39 for Gil, actually.
Nice.
The only thing that can happen now is Gil messes up on K-roll, but
roll.
you know, you never know. But Gil must be pretty ecstatic right now. I'm pretty sure Gil must be pretty ecstatic right now. Come on, Gil. I believe. Meanwhile, Chillex is on CLC, so let's see what happens. Chillex had a very clean clappers, very nice.
Yeah, Toucan missed the wrong warp, so when you miss the wrong warp and die, you have to go back and get another Kong. So you lose some time going back to the
Chillex gets
levels.
CLC first try. Excellent. Very good.
I think after she failed it, I think she re-entered without getting a Kong.
Yeah.
Had to die
because-
again.
Yeah, if you failed the castle or wrong warp, you have to go back to either Arctic or Windy. But it's preferable to go back to Arctic. It's
Arctic,
much less
yeah.
annoying to get back get back a Kong there. All right, gets
Let's
Castler,
go.
very nice. Meanwhile, Chillex
dude.
is on Toxic. Pretty good snake section for
Yeah, pretty good
Chillex.
snake section, yeah.
Makes a small mistake, but is able to recover from it, no problem. That was still a pretty good snake section for Chillex, very nice. Meanwhile, Toucan is on Clappers, and Cactus is on the Webwoods.
Gill threw the cannonball early.
Yeah, he recovered though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good thing because you really don't want to mess up a cycle on Kiro.
Yeah, for sure.
Chillex
Well,
Yeah,
K-Roll's
that's
such a
illegal
stage
for long.
fight, you get into a rhythm.
Oh, sorry?
Oh no, K-Roll is such a staged fight, so you get into a rhythm, so if you miss a cycle, it kind of throws off your rhythm.
For sure. And if K-Rule ends up on the wrong side too, it's like so awkward.
Meanwhile, Chillex is true Toxic. Chillex had a pretty clean Toxic.
Nice.
Very nice. Meanwhile, Toucan is now on the CLC. Let's how she handles the wrong warp.
Oh, he did blue, did he?
Right. Blue Diddy for the fans.
Well, still one for Blue Diddy. For the fans.
Why not?
Any Blue Diddy lovers in chat?
Again, when you're
All
head
right,
by that
Toucan
much.
actually gets CLC first
is
try.
fine.
Excellent. That's very
Yay,
good.
nice Toucan. And
Very
Cactus
nice.
is on Creepy Crow.
Meanwhile, Chillex is on the sprint. Chillex decides not to go for the jump. Like I said, there's nothing wrong because you can actually, if you fail the jump, you can actually take damage. And of course, I say that Chillex just took damage. Ideally you want to stay as DD for the entire first part of the stage, and then halfway, of course, you transform to Squawks. Takes the halfway point. It's a very good safety to do in a Screecher Sprint to take the halfway point and gets no turn back, no race skip, no turn back. But
Nice.
takes damage. It's gonna be
Sometimes
a
for the
little bit
snipe.
dangerous. If I were Chillex, I would consider taking the safety Kong. And dies. Oh, that's
Not like
unfortunate. And Gill
Nice
finished
run.
with. Gill actually finished. Very nice. That was a very convincing run.
Yeah, I don't have the race time, so I have no idea what time he actually got.
Gill finished with a 40:36. Very nice. But I believe, if I had to guess, I guess Gill maybe timed a little bit later, but
40-10.
unfortunately, I don't even know if that's actually a PB, but that was a very clean run from Gill.
No, his PB's
very
or-
convincing run from Gill.
I think his
Run
PB's
Toucan.
a 4-6. Because he's like a second ahead of me, if I recall correctly.
Gill got a low 40. That's very good. Meanwhile, Cactus is actually going
Cactus
for
is
Arctic Zip.
going for
Oh,
Zip.
goodness.
Let's go, Cactus.
Cactus. Oh no! Unfortunately, fails it.
Yeah.
That's really unfortunate. Oh man, that's unfortunate. I believe Cactus just messed up the bait and then was actually able to recover it, but unfortunately was not able to get the proper setup for the zip. That's unfortunate. Meanwhile, Chillex is on the captain. So Kirill is actually a glorified cutscene. There isn't much you can do to speed up the fight, except just throw the cannonballs as early as possible in Kirill's blunderbuss. That's pretty much it. That's what we call dustless. Meanwhile, Toucan is on the Screecher Sprint.
Oh, she took damage early there too.
I would have went for the safety Kong, to be honest, because there's an extra DK barrel you can take for safety, but still gets B-ring skip with only
Nice.
one Kong. That's ballsy. Very nice.
Also, the spikes in this level are deceptive.
Oh goodness, yes. I've seen people lose runs because of really deceptive hitboxes. Because the hitboxes is actually much further than you think it is compared to the visual, so it's very easy to just you just barely misposition and you actually take damage or even die. It's really frustrating when that happens.
Yep. Thorns or bird, you gotta get that going.
Chillex and Toucan on K-roll.
It's gonna be a while. Want some coffee?
Let's just say that Gil was pretty much like within 10 seconds, 5-10 seconds of his PB, which is actually pretty good.
Yeah, exactly.
That's really good.
Yeah, low 40. It's like one of like the really good times for this tournament so far, even. So.
Yeah, it was a 40-10. Okay, nice. All right.
It's like one of the best runs in this tournament, I think.
Well, I believe for round one so far, I believe that's the best time we've gotten so far. Chillex actually hit the red smoke. I mean, DD's already red, so yeah. But I mean, why not go for the trifecta?
Right. Purple.
Actually, Chillex actually got hit by the purple smoke, so for the fans, Chillex actually got the rainbow monkeys, the Kool-Aid monkeys, as I prefer to call it.
They are Kool-Aid.
The Kool-Aid monkeys.
Cactus worth it?
Always worth. And Chillex actually finishes with a 44-30. Nice run, Chillex. Very nice.
Nice run.
A 44 is nothing to scoff at, to be honest, because it's very easy to just... The game sometimes can just really just decide to, oh, nope. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Nope.
Yo, Cactus, thanks for gaming, dude.
Oh, Cactus forfeits? Aw, that's unfortunate, but still, I want to say that's a very good effort, Cactus. Nice run, regardless. That's still a very good effort. Let's be honest. Can I get some GGs for Cactus in the chat?
Yeah, for some reason I can't connect to chat anymore, so I can't put the void nice run in there.
And the Toucan is now going to be finishing the captain.
Yo, this game is hard. You know, I played it as a kid a lot, and I thought to myself, I can learn to speedrun this game. Yeah, it's quite difficult.
Yeah, it's definitely tough. Yeah, even like learning it at first, it feels like.
And Toucan finishes with a 45-48. Very nice run, gamers. Very nice run, gamers. That was two very nice races, gamers. I really appreciate. That was very nice.
Yep. Yeah, this game's hard when you're new, and it's hard when you're like really good too. So.
Even if you're top level runner, it's very easy to just lose runs to just everything. It's the game is brutal. There's no way around it. In every single category, it's a DKC2. The game is very brutal.
Yeah, it's one of those games where you get all the things in practice, but miss them in the runs.
Yep.
I mean, that's the story of speedrunning. That's speedrunning in a nutshell.
It's true.
Yeah, 102 has made me hardened from. I never make mistakes anymore. 90%. I'm just kidding.
Oh goodness.
Imagine
but
that.
This is pretty much this will be it for the races, for the 2 races we have tonight. So those were pretty fun races. That was pretty exciting. Gil getting a very convincing run. Meanwhile, Chillex and Toucan both got very good races as well. That was pretty wild.
Indeed.
What a good Friday night, double headers.
GG, nice runs to every single racers. So I hope everyone enjoyed the races tonight. So, we still have a lot of other races going on. This is still round 1. This is still round 1. Don't forget, we still have a bunch of other races that will be happening the next for the next weeks. So make sure to tune in when this happens. So
Yeah,
I wanna
because
thank-
tournaments just started, boys. Let's
Yes.
go.
Want the
Indeed.
interviews? Well, if you want to come in, Gil, just come in the chat and come in the voice call and you can chat, no problem. If you want, touchan, if you want, sure, come in. Why not?
Yay.
But,
Yay, GG, Toucan, Chillex, Gill, Cactus. Thanks for running, gamers.
Yeah, thank you very much. So feel free to join if you want to do like a small interview in the voice call for the runners.
You know where to find us.
Yo. What's up, Cactus? What's up, Toucan? What's up,
Go,
gamers?
Cactus, Toucan, Gill.
What's up, Gil? And what's up, Chillex? What's up, Cactus?
Hello.
What's up, Toucan?
Yo, Chillex.
So, Gil, I just want to start off. That was an excellent run. That was a very clean run. You were like about 5 seconds off your PB.
4 seconds.
4 seconds. Nice.
Oh.
That's amazing.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a pretty hot run. Definitely had some big mistakes, but I think it's kind of funny that the only death that I ended up having was to the Webwoods rats. I'm a big fan of that.
Okay, so there was a
Yeah.
death there because I was watching one of the other runners and then I was like, I swear you finished PCP like 20 seconds ago or something, but you were like just getting out of the squitter part.
Yeah,
The
I
squitter
just
barrel part. I was like,
I
he must have died.
I didn't corner tight enough on one corner and got a face full of rat. That's how it goes though.
During like that whole
that-
like chain of rolls,
Yeah.
the extendo.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I've made mistakes I've never made before in that race, but I've also hit stuff first try in that race that I haven't done in recent memory, so it's kind of a mixed bag for me.
Both of you,
Oh.
Chillex and Toucan, actually hit CLC first try, and you had actually pretty clean Toxic as well. So you had both pretty good gauntlets.
Yeah, CLC is usually the place where my run goes to die. Because I'll like, in a race especially, that's been kind of the bane. Of, like,
no.
I always fail CLC in a race. Like, I'll nail it in practice, but I actually got it this time. I just failed everything else. But I am
mean, that's-
happy. I am happy I got Arctic eventually, and like I've,
Oh, you got the
Rough?
zip?
new to me. I didn't know how to do Arctic a week ago. I haven't touched
Nice.
this game
Oh,
until
nice.
until last week. I haven't touched this game for like 2 years. So it's cool that a lot of it was coming back to me, but clearly not Bramble. Clearly, I need to go back and fix
Did
that.
you
But anyway.
did you hit the zip first try, Touchan?
No, I lost the fish the first time. The second time, I fell out of the wall, and then
Dude, I hate it when you don't get the full zip.
oh my god! And then so I had to
True. That's the
kill
worst.
Diddy, go back, and I got third try at least, but it took a little finagling, so that took a while. And then I had like a really unnecessary death in Windy like right after, and then I had another unnecessary like re-enter in Castle Crash that probably confused everybody.
Yeah.
I was like, crap. I was like,
Yeah,
go back.
I believe you failed the warp the first time, and then you actually re-entered it too quickly without having the second Kong, and you
Yeah,
did
yeah,
that
that,
immediately to reset it again. Yeah,
that wasted even more
that's
time.
unfortunate. But props for
Yeah.
actually persisting to get Arctic Zip. So that's I actually I found that pretty cool that you actually kept going to actually get Arctic Zip. Props.
Yeah, I was trying to go for all the hard stuff. When I knew I was behind, I was like, well, only one way to catch up. So I was like, let's do like all the weird little rolls that save 0.2.
Gotta save time where it counts, you know?
Hmm.
I mean, that's true. But also, no one got Vine Clip. I'm gonna.
Oh, did none of us get Vine Clip? That's
No
so
one got
sad.
Vine Clip.
No.
I was like a
Oh,
little
yeah.
bit too far.
I
to
don't
the
even
right,
know
I
what
think.
happened. I was so good at Vine Clip for so long, and then I just woke up one day and can't do Vine Clip anymore.
I know exactly why I missed Vine Clip. It's because I didn't throw my girlfriend immediately after the team up animation was done. I had been doing that all the time in practice and runs, and I happened to not do that here. That is exactly why I didn't get it enough height.
To give you an idea of where I'm coming from, I was practicing counting out cudgel. That's how like far removed I am from this. Yeah, I'm like, is it 5.5 or 6?
You don't have to count breaths if you just jump, you know?
Yeah.
Does anybody else even do that? I think I saw Motokong do the buffer jump strats.
I
Also,
just
I got
don't
it
do
from
that.
I've
Krypton.
only seen some JP runners do it, and Gil. That's about it.
Hell
Heck,
yeah,
those quick
let's
hits.
go.
I just copy void.
Yeah, that's the way to get good, you know?
Yeah.
I had been running.
That's not entirely wrong.
Yeah, I'm just like looking at his notes. Just
I've been running this game for like 2. I started running this game 3 years ago, and I still count out loud the breaths. Never got used to it.
I just don't do it because I can't save time. You can save time like anywhere else, but just 2 seconds on cudgel is, yeah, it's a small time save. You
But like,
do want to try to
2
get the time save,
seconds
but
on
at the same
2
time,
seconds.
it's such a it's boring. Let's
It
be honest.
is.
It's a boring thing to learn. So.
That was my one of the hardest things I had was learning the bosses, because I would just get so bored standing around waiting for stuff to happen. I would just inevitably mess up and have to start over the fight over and over.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love this game, but the bosses are could be a bit more interactive.
Yeah,
least
it's
it's
better
not
than
like-
Hockey 1 bosses.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
True.
yeah. Donkey 1 bosses are something else.
I have a question. Sorry, I have a question to ask you guys. What was your World 1 times?
I had
I-
like a 209, I think.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
you
I
had
had
Nicholas
Fakeless.
too.
I had
I
fake
believe.
lists as well.
Well,
Yeah, I had
you
Fakeless,
ga-
but I messed up top sail. I needed to do a backup.
Same.
literally the game just giving you killed. Never mind.
You like the only
Just get
one
lucky.
Chillex, I think you just went up straight to the warp in top sail.
Yeah, I did. I have not practiced the wrong warp since I started debusting this game, and it's like what, 4 seconds?
Yeah,
Not that-
around 4 seconds.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not gonna
swag-
risk
get
that
swag
in a race.
points too, though.
I
Say no
I
to
don't
swag.
care about swag. The only swag I care about is the swag balloon, which
Say no to swag, by the way.
Did get it.
I was contemplating between getting swag or getting my water bottle. I don't know why.
Hydration over swag every time. It shouldn't even be a question, man. It shouldn't even be a question.
Look, I don't know why I went for the swag. Okay, it's just it's been ingrained to me. It's been ingrained to me like for all these years. I absolutely should have went for the water. You're right.
Would have saved. Imagine like how much better you could have played if you were properly hydrated. You'd be beating me.
True.
Stay
No,
hydrated, gamers.
no,
Stay
no.
hydrated.
Hydrate to be great.
Should have encouraged
Yep.
you to go for the hardest. Go for windy.
Hey man,
You know, not yeah.
hey
That's
man, that was for the
wrong
fans,
word,
Krypton. That was for the fans.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Me-
if you have time loss due to something for the fans, it shouldn't count as time loss.
Like, you know
True.
what?
So I actually
not wrong.
PB'd. I actually have a 40.04 now.
I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use this as a lesson. I'm gonna use this as a lesson for my next race. I will be going for the water
Yes.
for all my following races. To repent for my sin this race.
Oh.
Stay hydrated.
Remember to stay
Stay
hydrated,
hydrated.
gamers.
Drink water.
Yeah, good
So,
race.
That was fun.
Yeah, Gil,
Good
like
races.
Gil, you killed
I don't know what of.
that was a
Imagine Gil.
very convincing run, Gil. So
Gil,
Thank you.
I
Gil.
also want to say GG to the other runners as well. Thank you for actually participating. And there's one thing I still want to say is that I'm really happy for the turnout for this tourney. We had actually a few runners from other communities that actually like decided to pick up DKC2. Like I know that Cosmic actually picked up DKC2 for a 12-hour challenge and decided to participate in the tourney. And got a 5-minute PB around that, which is that was pretty
Nice.
good. And then
Yeah.
we have a few older runners that decided to come back to participate in the tourney. I'm really happy about that. So everyone coming together for this tournament to make it happen. So I'm really happy for that. And I want to say thank you for Crosby, by the way, who's actually doing the restream. Thank you very much, Crosby, for taking care of the restream. The absolute legend. I want to thank everyone else who's also the TOs. Everyone, also Ryan. I want to say also Lemons. Thank you for commentating with me.
Thank you.
Once again, thank
First
you
time.
to everyone who did the
Yeah.
runs.
Yeah,
you,
that
all the
was the
runners.
first time commentating. So thank you for letting me join you.
Yeah, nice.
Thank you for everyone that is behind the tourney for making this happen. And thank you for everyone else, for the viewers. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching. But remember, this is not over. We still have a bunch of serious monkey business happening within the next few weeks. So you better stay tuned.
Still
And
tuned.
is there anything else anyone want to add?
Hog.
Hog.
Oh, how can I donate to the prize pool? Well, if you go to
Ooh.
Excellent question,
what is
random
it?
Viewer.
Void
Division.
Streamlabs tip jar and donate directly to Void, and make sure that you mention that about the prize pool. You will be funding our community prize pool to make sure that our top runners get paid big bucks.
100%, right?
Yeah,
100%.
100% goes to the runners. We're not taking any cuts. 100%.
Well, actually, I guess that doesn't matter anyway, because Void is like a beast at this game. Like, dude only participated in one qualifier. Oh, that was all it took for him to get the top seed.
That's
Yeah,
Freaking mad
Void's
lad.
cracked.
He earned it.
On
he
the
earned
low.
it.
I mean, Void earned it. Like, come on. Let's be honest. Void earned it.
Did
Oh
I
yeah,
say
I'm not
he
saying
did-
otherwise, but
Did I
Void's
say he
cracked,
didn't
you know?
earn it? If anything, I'm saying he super earned it. He could have done more qualifiers, and he would have like
Like
what's the saying? What's the saying?
Like the Shaun White of Donkey Kong. He just does one run. He's an absolute god.
No, like I'm saying, if he had done 2 runs, he could have like 38 and just like overkill. I don't know. I didn't know what the saying was, but no matter how you spin it, he's a mad lad for getting a 39 on his, like 39.02 or something like that on his first
True.
and only qualifier.
I gotta head out. Thanks for racing, gamers.
Yeah.
GG.
GG. Good race.
GG,
Nice run,
nice
gamers.
run once again to all the runners. And of course, there's only one thing left to say before ending a DKC stream. Rolling out!
Rolling out.
Oh no.
Rolling out.